Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters, your Magic the Gathering source that helps you command your budget. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all their support. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Quarters studio. Welcome to the show. So, up here in Minnesota, we finally have some snow on the ground. It's been a weird year weather-wise. Anyways, up here in Minnesota, finally we've got some snow on the ground, so it's starting to finally feel like winter. And with that, Kaldheim, because Kaldheim is a winter set. Anyways, there is some big news this morning. The Kaldheim schedule was revealed, as well as 2 Planeswalkers. So let's go through the schedule, go through those Planeswalkers, and some of the other things that were discussed in the article that Wizards put out. So, the Kaldheim schedule, you should see it on the screen if I'm editing this properly, basically talks about 5 different dates or ranges of dates that are going to be coming up, starting tomorrow, which is December 15th, if I've got my schedule correct, to the 17th. The Kaldheim sneak peek previews are beginning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments below, but I do not believe that is spoiler season. That'd be a really short spoiler season. I think spoiler season actually is January 7th, which is starting with that 9 a.m. launch on twitch.tv/magic. That, I believe, is where they kind of start spoiler season and kick it off, and then the content creators will start spoiling cards from there for probably the next 2 or so weeks. This sneak peek preview thing from the 15th to 17th might just be some more art. I'm not sure if they're actually going to kind of show off any actual cards during this time. They might. So I'll keep you in the loop on that, though, in the next upcoming days. Anyways, for those of you that play on Arena or MTGO, the launch is going to be on the 28th. Pre-release is going to be on the 29th through the February 4th, and then February 5th is where the Kaldheim is going to be available everywhere. So that's kind of the breakdown. Again, January 7th, I believe, is when the actual spoiler season is going to start off, so that's a little less than a month from now, so that should be pretty exciting, but it should be, exciting to see kind of what we see in the next 3 days with those sneak peek previews and kind of what those are. Again, that might just be character highlights, that might be, new art, that might be some of the story, so on and so forth. And also, actually, I should have mentioned this first, take a look on the left. The Kaldheim Week of Metal, they're kind of going with this metal feel. You might have seen the Collector Booster with this kind of metal feel. There was actually a kind of, I believe, Thraxamundar and a couple other cards in a metal secret lair from the Super Drop. So yeah, this is kind of taking inspiration from that, it seems. And yeah, for the Collector Boosters for Kaldheim, expect to see some really, heavy metal designs with them. So yeah, I'm sure there are many fans out there that really enjoy that metal look and feel. So yeah, look forward to that. Now let's go through the Planeswalkers that were revealed. The actual cards were not revealed, but the Planeswalker names and some of the backstory. I'm not going to go through the entire backstory today on these Planeswalkers, but let's just start off with Niko Aris. Again, we don't actually have the actual cards, so this is just a mock-up, and, not a very good mock-up, obviously, because there's nothing on there except for the picture and the name. Oh yeah, Niko Aris, we have a little bit of backstory, so I'm just going to read a tiny piece. Again, you can read the entire kind of discussion that happened about this new Planeswalker. But yeah, I'm just going to read a tiny piece about Niko. Niko is a new Planeswalker from the plane of Theros. Early in Niko's life, an oracle foresaw a great future for Niko. They were destined to be a great athlete and undefeated javelineer who would never miss a shot. Niko trained and competed for many years, but in all that time, they heard stories and songs of heroes who would fight to protect people and began to question the destiny prescribed to them. Eventually, Niko decided to challenge fate itself, and to the shock of many, purposefully lost a competition. The realization that they could control their own fate set Niko on their new path, a young Planeswalker seeking to become a true hero like they had always dreamed. So this is a Planeswalker that is from Theros, but they are actually in Kaldheim. So, maybe when they had the Planeswalk jump, it took directly to Kaldheim. Again, I did not read through the entire story, or not entire story, the entire back and forth, but yeah, feel free to do so. But yeah, seems like an interesting Planeswalker. Again, they are challenging fate, so, something might go within that. There's that foretell mechanic that we are going to be having, maybe has to deal with that, foretelling the future, fighting against the future. So yeah, that's Niko. Let's jump on to the other one, though, with Tyvar Kell, and my apologies again if I'm saying either of these names incorrectly. So yeah, Tyvar Kell is the second one, I believe an elf, and yeah, let's read really quick. Again, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's quite long, but a quick description. We knew from early in Kaldheim's development that this set would need an elf tribal planeswalker, so we began the character creation process. We spent a lot of time thinking about what common elements makes elves exciting. Ultimately, we identified 3 themes that felt universal and resonant: shared heritage or culture, attunement to nature, and elegant fighting style. However, we also knew that the Kaldheim elves were going to be a little different. So we're going to be seeing something a little different with this Kaldheim elf. Again, I talked in a previous episode that elves were supposedly going to be in this Kaldheim set, so that appears to be true. So this is going to be an elf tribal planeswalker, one that works with elves. So we've seen in this set already that there is a commander precon that deals with elves, and it is green and black. So is this planeswalker going to be green and black as well, or just typically green, or maybe green-white? We'll see. Again, those are typically the colors that you see elves in. Again, mostly green, but we'll see. So yeah, Tyvar, Kell, an elf tribal planeswalker commander. Some other planeswalkers that we're going to be seeing that have been confirmed now. And again, there was a speculation episode I did a little while back about Tibalt, and now that is confirmed at the bottom of this article. Kaya and Tibalt are back and are more formidable than ever. So yes, Tibalt is in the set, the third coming of Tibalt. Again, everyone's favorite, not favorite to some planeswalker. Infamously, the first 2-drop planeswalker from Innistrad that was not very good, but then had a resurgence and wore the spark as an uncommon planeswalker that was pretty useful. And so yeah, now we get Tibalt in another set. Again, ironically, a snow set with a devil. So Tibalt will need plenty of warm clothes, I am sure. But yeah, Kaya, again, I believe this image has been shared before, but it is now in this article as well. Kaya is definitely in this set. Again, traded in the daggers, it seems, for some hand axes, but yeah, that seems to be on flavor with Kaldheim. So let's talk about some of the other images that were released, though, and kind of my takes on what they might be. This is going to be the first image I want to bring up, and this is a beautiful piece of artwork from Anastasia. And yeah, this appears to be Yggdrasil, and my apologies again if I'm mispronouncing anything in this episode, which is the world tree in Norse mythology, and I believe connects the 7 different worlds. Anyways, please let me know in the comments below if I'm incorrect on that. But yes, this, we might see it on a land, might see it in enchantment. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a Tree of Redemption creature, though, but you never know. That'd be quite a large tree, again, one that's connecting worlds. So yeah, this, I believe, is going to be Yggdrasil, and yeah, we'll see that, and hopefully Ratatoskr, the squirrel, climbing up and down this tree as well. Next up, this appears to be some sort of a giant or potentially a god. Definitely something that you don't really want to mess with. Some kind of an elemental, obviously. So yeah, this again shows a little bit actually of volcano, potentially some lava. So maybe this is where Tibalt's hanging out, kind of in the warmer area of Kaldheim. Maybe there's some active volcanoes in the area. So yeah, this, I'm not sure exactly if gods have been completely confirmed, but yeah, there have been kind of rumors around that there are gods in this set. So yeah, this very well might be one of those potential gods. So let's see. Next up, though, let's move on to this interesting character. Looks pretty ferocious. Let's just leave it at that. Again, not sure if this is a god, an orc, whatever it is, but yeah, this thing looks pretty brutal. So yeah, maybe we'll see this as a legendary creature. Looks pretty legendary to me. Next up, we got, it looks like a legendary sword of some type. Again, I'm not sure in Norse mythology if there is an actual legendary sword that is fought over. But yeah, this one seems to be a pretty important sword. So hopefully with some of those legendary creatures, we're also going to see some legendary equipment as well. Anyways, moving on though, this image, and I believe, I'm not sure if they've 100% confirmed it, but this image just says it to me. This is definitely, a snow-covered mountain. This snow-covered lands are definitely going to be in this set, in my opinion. Again, I'm not positive if that's 100% confirmed, but snow-covered is definitely coming back. So hopefully that drops the prices of snow-covered lands a decent amount if those are going to be the lands of the set. So we will see. And all the kind of new mechanics kind of working around snow-covered lands, I'm excited to see as well. Let's move on to, I believe this is the final image I'm going to share. Again, there are more images in the article. I'll link it below, as well as the articles about the Planeswalkers. But yeah, this is kind of the last image I want to talk about because it kind of looks a little bit, reminds me a little bit of Theros, kind of that scrying kind of aspect, kind of looking into, a crystal ball of some sort. Again, I think this might be a reference to Foretell, which is a mechanic that is potentially in this set. Again, I believe that was on one of the commander precons, commanders that was kind of spoiled, that Foretell mechanic. So we'll see kind of what that has to, or what, that does. Is it somewhat like Scry? Is it like, Forecast? How is that going to interact? What is this Foretell mechanic? And yeah, I think that this image I could be very wrong, but I think this image has something to do with foretell, so we'll see in the future if this ends up on a foretell card. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. Again, the schedule is out, so I will be keeping you up to date in the next couple of days with any of those sneak peek previews, any kind of really notable ones. And again, spoiler season, expect that to be, I believe, again, on January 7th. Should be, again, about probably 1 to 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer potentially, before the launch of the set, which is going to be February 5th. But yeah, I'm really excited about Kaldheim, but now it's my turn to hear from you. So in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts on Kaldheim are. What are you most excited about? Is it the gods, the planeswalkers, the just Norse mythology feel? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks again and have a good one.